Hi, everyone. This is Dr. Jimenez, and welcome to EDTC 614 Introduction to Distance Learning. I'm your instructor, and more importantly, I want to welcome each and every single one of you to our course. And it's our course because I look at learning as being something that we do together, all of us, instructor included. So I'm looking forward to an engaging and active 15 to 16 weeks of learning about one of my favorite topics, distance learning. I've been doing distance learning for the last 20 plus years in a variety of different forms. I've designed distance learning programs in both corporate, academic, as well as nonprofit environments. So I have a lot of thoughts and ideas to share. And I welcome you to this journey that we're going to go on together. With that, I wanted to record this video because what I do in all of my courses is I record a weekly video. And the weekly video, by the way, is not optional. The weekly video is meant to give you a 10-minute or less brief understanding of what is expected of you during a given week, what activities have to be completed, any reminders, announcements, etc. So be on the lookout for these weekly videos. And I tend to launch all of our weekly videos and content at the start of every week, which is on Mondays at midnight. So Monday morning or Monday afternoon, rest assured our content will be up for the week. So with that, what should you do for week one? Well, for week one, first and foremost, I want you to go in to the content section of our Blackboard site and access two folders. The first one will be the course syllabus. Please make sure that you read the course syllabus. Read it again, get familiar with it, and let me know if you have any questions. I'm very curious to see if anyone has questions. I tend to update my syllabus every semester, so I'm always making changes and making updates. But if you have any questions, email me. By the way, when it comes to emailing, I tend to respond to all emails within 24 hours or less. It's the best way to get a hold of me. But on weekends, it's usually 48 hours or less. But with that, read the syllabus, get familiar with it. The next thing I want you to do is to buy the book. We are going to use our course textbook in a variety of sessions and activities throughout this course. Our course textbook is Clark and Mayer's E-Learning and the Science of Instruction, the 4th edition. I'm making a big deal about the 4th edition because much of our content, especially some of the later chapters, are found exclusively in the 4th edition. You might find some other editions that are out there, but I'm going to tell you right now, don't buy them. Get the 4th edition because you are responsible for all of the work that you are required to complete in this course. And the only way you're going to be able to do that is if you have the 4th edition. I don't care if you get a hard copy of the book. I don't care if you get a Kindle edition or some other variant, whether you rent it, buy it, etc. The point is, 4th edition of your textbook. Please make sure you get it because that's what we're going to be using. So once you read the syllabus, you get your textbook, what else do you have to do? Well, in the week one content folder, I've also posted, in addition to my weekly video that you're watching right now, I've also posted 2 articles that will begin to form the foundation of what distance learning is all about. And for this week, week one, the 2 articles focus on 2 relevant topics that I feel are very important for any newbie or anyone who just wants to gain a further understanding of distance learning to understand, and that is the history of distance learning. One of the articles will focus on a timeline showing you that distance learning is not a new phenomenon. It's been around for decades. In some cases, it's been around since the 1700s. So you'll see how distance learning has evolved as technology has evolved as well. And that will begin to form the foundation of what we're going to learn in this course. The second piece of it deals with the current trend, which is focused on current online enrollments in higher education. Take a look at that article and begin to form an understanding of the role that distance learning is playing in higher ed. And some of the facts and figures that you'll see may surprise you, may confirm a couple things for you. But either way, those are our 2 articles that you're going to read this week. And they're very brief, they're very short, so you should be able to complete those fairly easily. So, beyond the articles, the next and final things that I want you to do for this week are to go into our discussion board and answer the 2 discussion board questions for this week. The first discussion board question is a very simple one. Tell us about yourself. I use this as an icebreaker in many of my courses. I will sometimes change it up. Maybe sometimes a video, sometimes it's pure text. For this one, it's just going to be a discussion board post. Go in there, answer the questions that I've posted about tell us about yourself. I believe it's like 5 or 6 questions. Answer them, and we'll begin to get to know each other as we proceed in this course. The second discussion board question focuses on the 2 articles that you're going to read this week about the history of distance learning and online enrollments in higher education. So make sure that you go in and you answer your discussion board posts. As an aside, just as an FYI, because I get this question in all of my classes, what's the minimum requirement for you to complete your discussion board posts for the week? Now, I don't like answering that question, but I'm going to give you my perspective on it very briefly. And that is, the way I look at it is, if I give you 2 questions that you have to answer, and by the way, on average, you're going to have at least 2 questions, you should respond to each question. So if you have 2 questions this week that I post, you should respond to both my posts. Pretty simple, right? Where students get tripped up a little bit, however, is how many responses are you supposed to put in when you're responding to your colleagues in the course? Because again, we want this to be an interactive experience. So the recommendation is that for every post that I have, every thread that I have, you should respond to at least 2 of your colleagues in the course. So 2 of your fellow classmates, outside of myself and outside if you respond to yourself. So you should respond to 2 other people for each thread. So for example, for the first question, you should respond to 2 people. For the next discussion board post, you should respond to 2 other people. So that's the minimum requirement, that you respond to at least 2 people per thread. So the first one being, tell us about yourself, you should respond to at least 2 other people. Maybe acknowledge something you found interesting, or something that they shared that you thought was worthy of a response, I should say. The second one will be the question around the 2 articles. So you should respond to 2 of your classmates with their comments. Please don't do the, oh, I agree, period, and then you're done. No, it doesn't work that way. You need to give some sort of substantial answer. Why do you like it? Why do you agree? Tell us. Use this opportunity to share your thoughts and ideas, and it will definitely create a more engaging experience for everyone involved. So with that, watch my video, read the syllabus, buy the book, read the 2 articles, and respond to the discussion board questions, and you will have completed week 1. So with that, if you have any questions, email me. I will respond as quickly as I can, but I look forward to some active and engaging conversation. Yes, conversation, because you can have conversation in online environments, and we will do just that. Also, be on the lookout for announcements. I tend to post announcements often, so make sure that you look at those every couple days so that you can get familiar with what's happening in our course. Again, and finally, welcome to the course. I look forward to chatting with all of you online. Take care and enjoy week 1.